ahead.
Oh. I gotta take me a drink of liquor here. I'm awful bad compressed. Welcome back to the old homestead. Let me take one more before I commence. Oh, man, it's just that. You know. Oh, God. That's rough. Welcome back to the old homestead. I am Leonard Holmes. I'm going to tell you about Jasper today. I was thinking about him the way he used to do. He had an immune system like a mule. He never did get sick. Except one time. He got a little bit sick one time, and they called a veterinarian for him. You know, the veterinarian was cheaper than calling the doctor. They called a vet. He come over to check him out, and he said, he checked him all out, looked in his mouth, and he said, well, I'll be danged. What is it? He said, he's got 34 teeth, 2 more than a human. Well, he said, I'll tell you what, said, I believe he's got the hydrophobia. Said he's in the early stages of it, and said now he'll get mean. A little later on, if y'all don't know what the hydrophobia is, it's the same thing as rabies, you know, going mad. But he said he's in the early stages of it, and said he'll get mean. Said he might bite some of the kids around here or something, you know, bite some of you all, and said you all be in the same shape. Said what I recommend is take him out to the barn there, so if it rains he'll be in the dry and everything, and chain him to the barn seal. Take a good chain out he can't break. Said, so we took him out there and chained him up. And he said, now keep him chained up for 9 days. Said if he's still alive, said after 9 days you can turn him loose. Said he'll be all right. So we chained him up, and he's foaming at the mouth. He started foaming at the mouth, and the barking and the howling and trying to snap at people and bite at people and run at them, and he'd hit that chain and fall down and cut a big shine. And so I'd go up there and feed him. They sent me up there to feed him. They said, now stay back. Don't get too close to him. Said he might bite you. I put his food on the ground, you know, and take a stick and push it over where he could reach it, and he'd snarl and snap at me and stuff. I got me some shotgun shells. I didn't let nobody know it, but I got me some shotgun shells, and I took the powder out of it and stirred it up in his gravy. I believe that's what cured him. Anyway, after about the 8th day, he broke that damn chain. I was up there to feed him, and he broke that chain, and right over top of me, knocked me down, up the holler he went. Just hightailing it fast as he could go. He couldn't nobody catch him. I went to the house, and I told my mother, I said, damn, he didn't break loose, and up the holler he went. She said, well, we can't catch him. Said, just let him go. Said, we're going up the holler next week and hold the corn out and stuff. And said, we'll find him then if he's still alive. And I said, well, how could we find him? And she said, well, we'll smell him. Said, if he dies, said he'll be a stinking. And said, we'll smell him. We'll bring him back down here, you know, bury him. So here's a day or so there. And we heard something at the window. We sat down at the dinner table and heard something at the window, and he's peeping in the window. He grinned. He said, I'm all right now. She said, well, come on in. Said, eat some dinner. He climbed through the window and sat down at the table and ate some dinner. But now he had that. That's dangerous, that hydrophobia is. I was going to do some shooting today with my little Winchester rifle, and it got dark on me before Philip got here. We was going to do some shooting, and it got dark on us. I said, it's too dark now, Philip. I can't see the sights on the gun. But now he's still drinking that cervix coffee, I think, out there. I was going to ask him next time he called if he'd still drinking that stuff. I don't know if you all know what cervix coffee is or not, but I'll tell you just in case you don't know. There's a cat over there in Africa, Asia, or somewhere where it's called a cervix cat, and it's like a big tomcat, or a big bobcat. It's about that big. And they love to eat coffee beans. And they catch them cats and they put them up in a cage. And they eat them coffee beans and partially digest them and they pass through them. Now this is a fact, this is true. You don't believe it, you can look it up on the computer and read about it. And they take them coffee beans and grind them up and make coffee after they pass through that cat, and they call it cervix cat coffee. And it's $100 a cup in the restaurant, or it's $100 a pound if you want to buy it already ground up and make your own coffee. And I don't know if my brother has figured out what he's drinking or not, but he called out here and told me, he said, ho, 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 what kind of coffee you drinking? I said, I'm drinking Folgers. I said, what kind of coffee you drinking? He said, ho, ho, ho. Said, you can't afford the coffee I'm drinking. Said it costs $100 a cup. And I never told him what about it. Thank y'all for watching.